Hey ladies, it's Angie. Long time no see. Sorry I haven't updated in literally like over a month. I've just been kind of busy and kind of working through some stuff. So the I wanted to do kind of like a mom update today, just because Nick's sleeping, and so I can't do his 10-month update, which he's almost 11 months old already. Yikes! I do not know where the time went. No idea. So what I wanted to update on um, a few things. So we'll just go ahead and start with breastfeeding. So breastfeeding was going okay. I was kind of on the verge before, and giving him some formula at the babysitter's house, and then doing like half and half formula and nursing him every time I was home. That went okay for like a week. And then all of a sudden, he would nurse and then he'd pull off and he'd just start screaming and crying, and like he wasn't getting enough. And so I gave him some formula and figured that was what, that he was hungry, and he would down like the whole 6 ounces of formula. And then I would pump afterwards and only get like a half an ounce. So I wasn't making enough. So I eventually went to like pumping at work, and just like pumping once or twice during my 12-hour shift, just to like so that I wasn't so engorged. And then I went down to like not pumping at work, and then I started to just kind of nurse him at night, and then he started biting like really bad. So one day he was nursing and he went and like I felt a bite, but it was like different than any other like bite I had had before. Like he'd bitten me before, when he was first getting teeth, but it was like more, it was worse than that. So um, I like, it startled me, and then he started crying, and so then we tried nursing again, and then he bit me again, and then I was bleeding. And so I gave him a bottle, and what he was doing was this, and that's what he did to my nipple, because he was doing it to the bottle nipple while he was eating. So we just stopped breastfeeding that night, and that was it. I thought I would have a lot more. I was really heartbroken about it, and that's kind of why I didn't. That's kind of what I was working through, and that's kind of why I didn't do another vlog for a little while, just because I felt like such a failure, and like I didn't do it for a full year, so I might as well have just not done it anyway, and just a lot of stuff like that. But now I'm totally fine. It's so much easier. I know this sounds bad, but it's so much easier to give him formula. Like, I don't have to, like Ryan can get up with him and give him a bottle if he needs it in the morning, and then I can sleep in, and then I don't have to worry about pumping constantly and making sure I've got milk with me, and how long are we going to be gone? Is he going to need to nurse while we're gone? Am I going to need to go and find somewhere to nurse him? So it's just been it's been a lot easier. So I really like that. The next thing that I will talk about is kind of like what I am kind of postpartum, and like how I'm kind of getting back to where I was. So I started off when I got pregnant, I was 169 pounds. I had recently gained a little bit of weight. I had done Weight Watchers and lost weight and got to like 145 or something like that. And that's a good weight for me. Um, I'm I'm Italian, so I have like bigger hips, and I kind of have like, I had like that hourglass shape. So I was never going to be like 120 pounds. Like it just wasn't going to happen. And 140, I felt confident in my body, and I felt like I looked nice in clothes. And while I still wore like a size, 12-ish in pants, I still felt good. And so I didn't care. I have kind of like a hips, and I have a butt on me too. So that was fine for me. Although back then I thought I was fat, but now I realize that was a really good weight. So I was 169 when I got pregnant. The week before I delivered, I was 235, and that is the heaviest I've ever been. After I delivered, I lost 40 pounds right away. And then I lost a little bit of weight, in the postpartum period, like within the next month. I lost enough weight to where I was down to like 185 pounds ish. So, and sometimes I'd be 180, 179. It just kind of depended. So, with breastfeeding, I'm just hungry. I was hungry all the time. I wanted to eat all the time. I had to eat all the time in order to get the milk production to stay. And so now that I've stopped nursing, I have kind of like made a rule for myself that I'm going to get myself back and I'm taking time for myself. So I would go to work and like I'd be so freaking exhausted. I'm looking outside because there's like tons of birds at my bird feeder. It's kind of weird. But anyway, I would like go into work and I would just have my hair pulled up like it was still wet, like pulled up on the top of my head, no makeup on, like because I would have to pump in the morning and I wouldn't have time to do any of that stuff. And so I just felt like I looked like a complete hooge, all the time. I looked tired. I didn't like take time to like put on a cute outfit during the day or like put something in my hair or some jewelry on or something like that. I just didn't because I didn't care and I had a baby and you kind of fall into um, that like slump, if you hear me. Um, because it's just, I feel like every mom gets there. So after I was done breastfeeding, I realized I had a whole lot more time in the morning. I could wake up at the same time that I was waking up at, but now I could like actually do my hair. I could actually put on makeup and stuff like that. So I've been, I went out and I got myself like a new lip gloss thing, and I went and got like a little bit of foundation, which I need to go and get like some regular foundation because I bought like this. I think it's CoverGirl or something, but it's like a compact, but it's not powder. It's like a not a liquid foundation, but you know what I mean. It's like in a compact though, and then was just gonna use that and see how that would work. But it like it's real like smeary and like gross, and I just don't like it. Like not at all. I would like throw it away. It's just gross. And then I got myself what else? A little bit of blush. I've never worn blush before, but I wore it one day because I had like a sample or something that I found in the back of my makeup thing, and I wore it, and I kind of liked like the little bit of color it gave you on your cheeks. So that's like pretty much what I bought, and I've used all my regular makeup that I literally haven't put on in a year. So I started putting it on. I started making it like a thing every day. Like I had to put some makeup on. I had to look, kind of like take some time out for myself and like for me and what I wanted, you know, um, and start like taking care of myself too. So I did that. Um, I also joined My Fitness Pal. So if any of you guys are on My Fitness Pal, my username is, let me tell you, hold on. Let me look at my phone really quick. It's Dancin Nurse. So it's probably the same name. So it's DANCINNURSE. And just friend me and you can follow me on MyFitnessPal. So I started doing that like 2 weeks ago. The first week I did really good. I was counting my calories and all this stuff. It was the same week that I was weaning. And I weighed myself at the end of the week after doing really good for a whole week, and I'd gained 3 pounds. And I was pissed, like pissed, because I wanted chicken strips and I wanted French fries and I wanted all this crap that I used to eat all the time. And I didn't let myself have it, and I gained 3 pounds. And so I was pissed off. And what better way when you're pissed off is to just go ahead and not do it anymore. So that's what I did, and didn't lose any more weight after that either. So for I think it was like 5 days ago, I started my fitness pal again. I started logging everything I was eating again, and I've really been Bella. I've really been like conscious of what I'm eating now. And I've noticed that like the kind of like starving hunger phase has kind of come way down this week. Um, I still felt super hungry like the past couple of weeks, so I think that's why I was eating. I was still hungry and I was trying to dry up, so I think my body was still trying to kind of make milk and stuff like that. So this week, my boobs don't feel full very much anymore. I can't quite fit into my pre-nursing bra, like my pregnancy bras. I put them on and they fit, but I have like the four boob thing going still, so they haven't gone down all the way, but they're not like, I'm touching myself when I'm talking to you. They're not like hard. I can't feel any rocky places, on my boobs. Um, so I think it's coming down. I just stepped on the scale and I've lost 5 pounds in the past 5 days. So I'm thinking it's just like the milk kind of reabsorbing and stuff. And then maybe a lot of water weight coming off too. So that's always good. Um, the second thing I wanted to touch on was just kind of like getting um, some me time. So I, for the past 11 months almost, have been like 99.9% all about Nick, not taking any time for myself, and getting really like kind of resentful towards my husband because he goes out of town on the weekends and he'll go out with friends and like stuff like that. And I don't. I stay home because I feel guilty if I leave Nick. So, like the other day, while it's a short time, I mean, we've gone out together, like me and Ryan, and dropped Nick off at the babysitter for the weekend, or like my mom's house for the weekend, but I've never gone anywhere by myself. You know what I mean? So like the day where I went and got my makeup, I Ryan stayed with Nick and I just like wandered, even though it was like Walmart, it wasn't even like a makeup store, but I just like wandered through the cosmetic aisle and it was kind of like the old, not like the old me, but you know what I mean? Like I used to wander that aisle all the time because I didn't have a kid to worry about that's like grabbing crap off the shelves and like crying because he can't do something and like almost falling out of the cart and like all this stuff. I could just actually like mosey around and just kind of look at everything I wanted to look at. And that was like awesome. So it kind of gave me a little bit of a recharge. And then like he's Nick's getting a little bit easier. So like in his update, I'll tell you guys, but he's crawling and he's, a little more. I mean, granted, he's getting into a lot more stuff, but he's more like he can kind of entertain himself a little bit now. So I have more than like 4 seconds to where I can only pee and then I gotta be back out because he's like crying. This time I can kind of like do some other things like clean up the kitchen while I'm like listening or watching him or something like that. And he kind of like does his own thing a little bit. So that's kind of nice. Um, what else can I tell you? I'm down, my weight right now is at 178, which is not perfect. I know, but I have like another 30 pounds I think I want to lose. But that's okay. I mean, it's just going to come off slow, and that's the way that I want it to come off, anyways. And so it's just a work in progress. Um, Also, with our next baby. So we're thinking of starting to try around September to get pregnant with another baby. So I'm kind of I'm excited about it, but like I kind of want to get most of this weight off before I get pregnant again because I really do not want to be like 300 pounds and pregnant. That's not going to be fun. And like this next pregnancy that I have, I am not going to be eating the way that I did with my last pregnancy. And everyone says this. And when I was pregnant with Nick, I was always like, oh my God, because people would be like, I'm not eating that. And I was like, oh my gosh, you're pregnant, you can have it. And they're like, no, seriously, like it takes so long to get off. You're just wait. And I know what they're talking about now. Like, I am not gaining more than 25 pounds in this next pregnancy. I do not care. Like, literally, I will not eat because it is just crazy. Like, I'm not gaining, I gained like 70 something pounds with my first pregnancy, and that is just insane. Like, I cannot do that. And I don't think I will because now instead of like sitting in front of the TV and like watching a baby story and like eating a gallon of ice cream, I'm going to be chasing after like a 1 year old all over the place. So I'm not going to have a whole lot of time for that. But anyway, I wanted to give you guys a belly shot, which it hasn't really changed since my postpartum one, but I wanted to give you guys a belly shot just so you can see what I look like 11 months postpartum and whatever. So, get this out of the way. Okay, so I have on just some like yoga pants, which are my favorite thing to wear right now. But anyway, this is my belly, 11 months postpartum. It is not cute at all. And I have like, see where this like just kind of like flaps over? It's like so weird. I never ever had that before. Well, of course, because I've never had a baby. But anyway, this is the front. It's like really doughy and gross. And then this is the side. I mean, it doesn't look awful, and like my butt's like a lot wider than it used to be, but it doesn't look awful. Like you can tell that it's not like as like it's not as jello-y as it used to be, but it still is like really like doughy. It's kind of gross. Here is my, it's right here, is my incision. I don't even know if you can see it anymore, but that is my incision. And That's it. I tend to wear pants that will kind of go over this area, and then and I do a lot of like yoga pants, um, or like yoga capris is like kind of what I'm wearing today because we're going to the park and it's gonna be like water and all this crazy stuff. Um, but I don't wear shorts, and I didn't wear shorts before I had a baby because like, do you guys ever have that problem with your shorts? Like, it looks like your vagina ate your shorts in the middle. Like, that always happened to me. And so I don't ever wear shorts anymore. Never. Like, I'll wear capris or I'll wear like Bermuda shorts, but I don't wear like athletic shorts, like at all. So, anyway, I hope this update was good, and I'm hoping that everybody has stayed with me because I haven't done an update in like 2 months. So I'm a huge slacker, and I'm sorry. But I am going to do an update with Nick, and I'm hoping it'll be this week. If it's not this week, then he'll just have his 11-month update next week because he's gonna be freaking 11 months old. I cannot believe this. It's so crazy. So that's about it. I guess I will talk to you guys later. But I wanted to show you. I got this cute little clip out on it too when I was there. I don't know if you can see it. But it's like a flower, and it's all glittery and multicolored. It's super cute. So, anyway, all right. I'll talk to you later, girls. Have a great week. Bye.